is Greg Funk. I am a volunteer and docent and culinary historian here. 2 years ago, along comes the Wyck dinner, and the committee asked if we could follow current fashion and come up with a signature cocktail. The answer, of course, was yes. I'll be walking to the education building in a couple minutes, and I'll be walking you through that cocktail. Just a word about the word cocktail. It first appeared in the literature in the Farmer's Cabinet in 1803. We're not even sure at that point if that cocktail was alcoholic. Along comes Jerry Thomas's bartender guide 60 years later in 1862, and by then we would all recognize the cocktails that are in his book. The history of consuming alcohol at Wyck is just as personal and varied as the history of drinking in America. From teetotalers to those that enjoyed the cup. We see that here by looking in the corner cupboard here in the dining room. We see brandy and sherry decanters. We see lots of stemware. Now it would have been very inappropriate to have brandy in a sherry glass or beer in a punch cup. So they obviously had every glass for every beverage. Back to our cocktail. I liked the play of the words rose, since we're very known for our rose garden, the oldest in the United States is in its original form. I love the play of the words rose and rosé. So my base of the cocktail is rosé wine. My second thought was to play historically. Laird's is the oldest distillery in America. They're in New Jersey in Monmouth County. And as I said, it is the oldest distillery in the U.S., 1698. And they still make that Applejack, also known as Jersey Lightning. At that point, the cocktail needed a lift. Everybody loves citrus. So the lift flavor in this cocktail is lemon made with a simple syrup. There are receipts in the collection for mead and especially for folk wines and fruit brandies. I'm still searching for a beer recipe or two, since we had a brewery on the property that came out from downtown. We had a brewery downtown called Haynes & Son. When they came out here to this property in 1793, the brewery was where Walnut Lane sits now. I'm going to walk out to the education shed and we're going to make that cocktail. I'll walk you through it. So come join. We've now come out to the education building and I'm going to show you how to make that simple syrup and combine it with the alcohol, and we'll make a cocktail. So let's start with the syrup. I have peeled 2 or 3 lemons. If organic matters to you, buy those. These are just regular. I've peeled them and I'm going to combine those in a processor with 1 cup of sugar. It'll surprise you when you peel those how oily the lemons really do feel in your hands. And you'll see that when the sugar breaks it up as well. We're going to make some noise. You'll see in the container how really oily it's really gotten. Now what's kind of fun about that is that when I was researching this lemon syrup, it's also used in Fish House Punch, which is from a fishing club down on the Schuylkill. The club originates from 1732. It was a fishing, drinking club. Originated in 1732 and was known as the colony of Schuylkill. Once we get through the Revolution, they do change their name to the state of Schuylkill. They make this pretty powerful fish house punch that does include a lemon syrup. In that reference, it also has a name. It's in Latin, makes this even cooler in my head. It's called oleosaccharinum. That will pop up on the screen. But what we've done is we're going to make a simple syrup from this lemon, sugar, and a cup of water. So at this point, 3 lemons, a cup of sugar, cup of water. I'm going to turn and put that on the stove. Just bring that up to a simmer and turn that off. Cover that and let that sit overnight. You can make that ahead, pop it in the refrigerator. It'll keep for a couple weeks. So we've got that syrup. What I'm going to do is, in a shaker, I'm going to put the alcohol in first so that we can get up proportions. So it's 3, 2, almost 1. So for the Wyck Strickland dinner, we do 3 cases of wine, 2 cases of Applejack, and about a gallon of the syrup. We're going to tone that down a little. So think 3 cups to 2 cups to not quite a cup. I'm looking at 3 goes there, 2 goes of Applejack. You can eyeball that. And less than 1 of the simple syrup. I'm going to put ice in there. And then this is sort of always the fun part in a bar, you know, when a bartender starts showing off a little bit. We're going to shake that. So this does work if you like it on the rocks, but we're going to do this, we're going to strain this up into my martini glass. We'll continue. I have a few parting words, if you'll allow. So serious, I wrote them down. There is no past we can bring back by longing for it. We are aware of our enormously important historical significance here at Wyck, in Germantown and in Philadelphia. That is the past. Our work is in the future. We have work to do. I thank those who have given time and talents already. Now it's your turn. Please join us. I hope to see you at Wyck beyond the New Year teas and the Rose Festivals. Wyck will be open, the roses will bloom, and the farm will sprout and grow. So, friends, I will see you next year at Wyck Strickland. Together we will bend the elbow. So cheers. See you soon.